We have another matchup in round 2 of the CFP. We have the 5th-ranked Oregon Ducks versus the 4th-ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders. This game is going to be on New Year's Day at noon. It's the Capital One Orange Bowl. It's going to be a great matchup. Can't wait. This is probably one of my favorite matchups of the second round, although I think all the second round games are amazing, right? Which is contrary to what we saw in round 1. Round 1 was full of blowouts and low-scoring games, and I like those. I like the defensive matchups, but I don't like watching a group of 5 teams getting skull dragged through the mud. Like, that's not entertaining to me. I don't like that. It seems like round 2 is going to present a lot of really close, maybe one-score games, or at least very competitive games. Man, I think the key to this game, Oregon versus Texas Tech, I think it is Oregon's offense versus Texas Tech's defense. I really think that is the key because both of the team's strengths are clearly those units. I'm not saying I'm not saying Oregon has a bad defense and Texas Tech has a bad offense. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the ultimate strength, Oregon can score, right? They dropped 50-something on JMU's head. They've been scoring very efficiently for the back half of the season. Dante Moore has been playing great. They're getting some of their weapons back. Obviously, we know some of their receivers and different weapons were hurt, and it looks like they have had adequate time to return and to potentially make a run towards a natty for Oregon. Obviously, Texas Tech has Jacob Rodriguez, and they're just a solid unit all around. They play stellar defense. They have all throughout the year. In large part, I think that's why they've won so many games. Texas Tech has won so many games by a large margin, right? So I think the key to this game for Oregon is scoring early and scoring often. Obviously, their defense cannot play like they did versus JMU. Play a good first half and the second half just kind of let up and forget you're in a playoff game. Even though it is JMU and you're up by 30 points, like you still have to play. You still have to roll the helmets out there and, play for 4 quarters. Because Texas Tech, if they're down 14, 17, 20 points, they can claw back and win. JMU, we knew the game was never in doubt from the moment it kicked off. We knew Oregon was going to win. Like they just drove right down the field in like 50 seconds or a couple minutes, whatever, and scored instantly. We knew it. As soon as they scored, we knew this game's over. It's in the bag. Not the case with Texas Tech. If Oregon gets a good lead, a decent lead like it did against JMU, and doesn't play well in the second half, I think Texas Tech could come back and win this thing. I really do. I think Texas Tech is a very talented team. As we know, they spent like 40 mil in NIL money. They have some great players at the skill position, great linebackers. They have a Morton, a great quarterback. However, I do see Oregon just being slightly too much for Texas Tech to handle. I really think this game is going to come down to the wire. And this is a coin flip game. However, I'm going with the team that has shown me more consistency for longer, for like not just 1 year, but for year after year after year after year. I'm going with the Oregon Ducks in this game. Game-winning field goal, 24-21. Give me the Ducks to advance to the semifinal and potentially play the winner of Alabama and Indiana.